You ready? Let's go. Let's
You
go.
gonna go with Rara?
Come on, let's go.
Go with Rara.
She probably won't. Come on. Let's go. She worried about Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Come here, girl. Come on. You gotta go bye-bye. Say, come on, Mama. We're coming. We're going. Yeah.
Anyway, and I don't know what their goal is on Box, how many lessons they have to have a week.
I don't either.
I just know I'm like, you best
It's
be
so
doing
many
it.
different things. I mean, math is
Which-
probably gonna be the hardest for me.
Which we had to do already, and they had to have so many minutes,
Yeah.
but not less.
Yeah. Yeah. It's see, Lexia said first they start off minutes, then they said units. So. She's like, where are you taking me?
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Say
Bye.
bye.
Wait, bye-bye.
Say
Bye.
my peoples are leaving me. I will see you all bright and early in the morning.
Are there people on there?
Not yet,
Oh.
but I'm live. Okay, love you. All right, everyone. Tonight we're going to talk about PCOS, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, or ovary syndrome, they call it now. And this is real life happens, and we care about your health. I'll wait to let them they're locking the door, so they're getting ready to go. Okay. All of this information being shared is readily available on the internet. Please seek medical attention if you are experiencing any of these symptoms being discussed. I have personally been diagnosed and have suffered from PCOS since my early teens. This is not, however, a replacement for seeing a doctor. Please see your physician if you're experiencing any of these problems. This is our disclaimer. Polycystic ovary syndrome is a hormonal disorder causing enlarged ovaries with small cysts on the outer edges. It's the most common endocrine disorder in women. I know I said that wrong. Endocrine disorder in women. Polycystic ovarian syndrome affects an estimated of 5 million women in the U.S. Women from adolescence to postmenopausal age. 1 in 10 women, and 70% of those women are undiagnosed. Most common cause of female infertility. All of our bodies are different. So slender people can have polycystic ovarian syndrome, and not all women who are overweight have polycystic ovary syndrome. And also you can have polycystic ovary syndrome and not even have ovarian cysts. 50 to 70% of the women with PCOS are resistant to insulin, which can lead to diabetes. Not all women with polycystic ovarian syndrome will have ovarian cysts. And this is just a graphic about the symptoms of polycystic ovary syndrome. Women may have all or just some of these symptoms. I have another slide that's easier for me to read it. The symptoms include infrequent or prolonged menstrual periods, excessive male hormone, which is like testosterone. You have more of the male hormone than you have of your female hormone. Ovaries produce fluid-filled follicles and fail to regularly release eggs. This is what causes such problems with infertility. Because if you don't ovulate every month and release an egg, it's very difficult to become pregnant. Obesity, weight gain, and difficulty losing weight. But like I said earlier, not all obese women will have this condition. Insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the starting of what causes diabetes. So you'll have high blood sugars, and from the high blood sugars, you can have frequent yeast infections. You'll have extra hair on your face and body, male pattern baldness, darkening and thickening of skin. And that darkening and thickening of the skin will be around your neck, under your armpits, in your groin area. You can also have acne and oily skin, mood changes, poor sleep, skin tags, which are extra skin tissue, and I'm not sure if you can see on me or not, but I have them on my neck here. Fatigue, anxiety and depression, and pelvic pain. I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal journey with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Granted, a lot of the symptoms of PCOS are also normal symptoms that girls go through when they start having their periods. But most of the symptoms are going to level out or become regular within a year or so. But if you have a young girl who started menstruating, who is having any of these issues, or you think might possibly be having any of these issues, then you need to take her to the doctor and let them check for this. This is like the most common cause of infertility in women. So my journey began in 1975. I was 12 years old when my menstrual periods began. I was of normal height and weight for my age. Within a year, I had gained quite a bit of weight. My periods were irregular. I suffered with frequent yeast infections, now I know caused by the insulin resistance. PCOS was not even a medically known issue. And over the rest of my teenage years, I continued to gain weight. I was experiencing symptoms of insulin resistance. However, I didn't know that's what it was. My mother believed our family doctor, who said it was just a case of me being overweight. So the diets began. Over the next several years, I tried every diet known at the time. I continued to gain weight around my stomach. My legs and arms were of normal proportion. My periods continued to be irregular and painful. After I was married in 1986, I suffered 10 years of infertility. I was told by several doctors that without surgery and or take fertility drugs, they couldn't help me conceive. I had several cysts on my ovaries during this time. I still didn't have a PCOS diagnosis. My daughter was born in 1997, a true gift from God. I had gestational diabetes during my pregnancy. It never went away, and I have become an insulin-dependent diabetic for the past 24 years. When my daughter was delivered by cesarean section, I had a huge ovarian cyst that the doctor drained and removed. Finally, I got the PCOS diagnosis. I suffered for 5 more years trying to have another baby. When I was 40 years old, I had a complete total hysterectomy because I had cysts and tumors all over my female organs. These are the symptoms that I personally have experienced with the PCOS. Thinning hair and hair loss. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I am super, super thin through the crown area which is that male pattern baldness, brain fog, fatigue, very bad mood changes, mood swings, trouble sleeping, cysts on my ovaries, infertility, irregular periods, inability to lose weight, darkening skin, thickening skin, skin tags, depression, high levels of the male hormones, insulin resistance, unwanted hair growth on your face, facial hair especially, excessive upper body fat, asthma, allergies, and pelvic pain. I was never offered treatment for the PCOS. After my pregnancy, I was treated for diabetes, high blood pressure, and hypothyroidism. I have suffered complications from the diabetes and complications from the hysterectomy. I am so glad that PCOS is now a recognized medical condition and that treatments are available. Next Thursday night at 7 o'clock, we will head into part 2, PCOS treatments, and we will also discuss the problems with the infertility and the different treatments that have to be done for you to conceive when you have PCOS. I actually know people that have this condition. It's a lifelong condition, whether you have your ovaries or not. Once the damage is done, the damage is done. Back 25 years ago, they didn't even try to harvest eggs to do in vitro on women with PCOS because they weren't sure whether or not the eggs were viable and whether they would have any kind of health issues if they did implant those eggs and embryos. Now, 25 years later, there's all kinds of help for people with PCOS. So if you have any of these symptoms, or you even think, well, I've had irregular periods way too long, your body should adjust and eventually you should become pretty normal with your cycle. Please get to a gynecologist, have some testing done, and find out what's going on with you so that you can experience the best health possible. Real Life Happens cares about your health, and we will be covering different women's health topics over the next several weeks. If there's a particular topic that you're interested in or you would like to see us cover, please drop us a comment below, and we'll be glad to do the research and look into the issue and present you with a presentation. Thank you so much for watching. And we are a channel of women supporting women, a channel created by women to do just that, to support and empower other women, to uplift women, to be there to be your friend, your sister, your aunt, your grandmother, whoever is missing in your life that you could use a female role model or a female person to fill that space in your life. Come to Real Life Happens. Let the women here reach out to you and share their life stories with you. And you never know, there may be somebody who knows exactly what you're going through and will be able to support you and help you. Also on Tuesday nights, I'm doing a series on plants. I did last week was, and I see on my banner, I haven't changed that, the best plants for your bedroom. Next Tuesday will be the best plants for your bathroom. Let me fix this one. Edit. And I love plants, and anything living, I think brings you joy in your life and can make your life fuller and more beneficial. So we will, there we go. We will be covering those things. On Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll be right here talking about plants, different topics concerning plants. And on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be here talking about women's health issues. My partner in crime, my cohort, my co-host, Miss Norma, will be back. She may come in here in a little bit, and she may not. Her grandkids went back to school yesterday, and so they're trying to get in their, after school evening routine. Miss Norma will be doing some crafting. She's going to do Thanksgiving crafts first, and then she'll move into Christmas crafts. And she will have them on possibly on Friday evening, early Friday evenings, or she may do them during the daytime hours, but they'll always be available on the replay. If you liked this presentation, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, share this video, and comment below. Okay. So that was very informative and yet short and to the point. Just a little over 16 minutes. I tried to keep it short, but yet put a lot of information. We will have the bedroom plants coming up, or bathroom plants, coming up. And I was going to share my screen and share a video. Just be a moment. Oh, goodness. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that's one of the one of the videos that I've made. Let's see if they'll let me do another. I'm still learning how to do all this. This is one of the videos I did on a cooking channel type show. And I'm kind of kind of playing with the idea of maybe having our on Tuesday nights, maybe having our plant discussion, and then maybe sharing a cooking recipe, um, or a craft, or something else, just to make it so we can have about an hour show. Right now, my presentations are about 15 minutes long, 10 to 15 minutes, and that really doesn't take up the whole hour. I would like to do some chatting. I would like to have guests come up, be on panel with me if they want to. Oops. Checking those out. All right. And so I guess since we have a little bit of time, I'm going to tell y'all a few trivia questions, maybe. Maybe somebody would like that. I used to do trivia every Tuesday night, but I had trouble getting people to want to come and actually participate. So I stopped doing the trivia. Which hand is over your heart when you say the Pledge of Allegiance? The right hand, the left hand, or neither? And of course, we all know it's your right hand. Just a second. There we go. The tallest waterfall in North America is in what U.S. national park? According to the Beach Boys, what do the Midwest farmers' daughters really do? Who did Gordon Brown replace in 2007 as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? All right, the first one, the U.S. National Park, was Yosemite. Yosemite Falls drops over 2,400 feet. The Beach Boys, the Midwest farmers' daughters, make you feel all right. And who did Gordon Brown replaced in 2007 as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Tony Blair. All right. What 1995 dating advice book includes the admission, "Don't call him and rarely return his calls"? The Rules. That's the name of that book. What color is the blood pigment of most cephalopods, such as octopus and squid? They are blue. Their blood is blue. What nickname was given to NBA head coach Phil Jackson for his calm, philosophical approach? Zen Master. Interesting. Okay. Couple more trivia. What native rodent is an important source of protein for many Peruvians? According to Fountains of Wayne, whose mom has got it going on? What is both the Greek god of music and a long-time NASA program? The animal or the rodent in Peruvian is guinea pig. Ugh. And according to the Fountains of Wayne, whose mom has got it going on? That is Stacy's mom. And what is both a Greek god of music and a long-time NASA program? It would be Apollo. The Lego set for what famous mausoleum contains more than 5,900 pieces. The Taj Mahal. How far can a red kangaroo bound in a single leap? 15, 25, or 40 feet? It can jump 25 feet. Well, all right. That's a little trivia for you. And we're now 27 minutes in, and nobody has decided to come up and chat or comment. I hate that. I really, really hate that. I so want this channel to be successful. We started it when Norma and I met in another YouTube chat room, and we realized that there wasn't a good place for women to go where they didn't have to worry about being, cat fights and men hitting on them and all that kind of stuff, where they could just go and be themselves and have fun and make friends. And so that's why we started this channel. We also have a Facebook group. Facebook group is called Life Happens Coffee Shop. It is a private Facebook group, but all you have to do is ask to join, and we'll most likely let you join. There aren't any rules except for that it has to be, respectful and polite. Same thing on YouTube. We'll cover any topic, anything anybody wants to talk about, as long as it's YouTube approved, which they talk about some pretty raunchy things on YouTube. So I think probably most of your topics would be acceptable. I'm also on TikTok. I have over 11,800 followers on TikTok. Started that just to promote this YouTube channel. I download a lot of the videos that I put on YouTube onto TikTok, and I do our advertisements on TikTok for when we're having our live shows and everything. I would love to have some of those 11,000 followers on TikTok to come over here to YouTube and check us out and give us the try. I really would. I got new glasses last week, and I see I have a terrible glare on the screen. I may have to end up using my old glasses as to not have that glare. I really don't know what else to tell y'all. I love making videos. I really would love talking to anybody who wanted to talk. I'm sorry that Miss Norma didn't make it tonight, but she will be here for the next one, I'm sure. I'm not sure if she'll go live this week, Friday, or not. It may not be until next week. When she has the chance to get some things done in the daytime when her grandkids are off at school. I don't know. How many of you would like me to do a series about diabetes and some of the diabetic recipes? I have 2 really good diabetic recipe cookbooks. And I've recently made a change in my own life. Before my granddaughter was born, I was pretty sick and pretty tired and really lazy and didn't feel like doing anything, had no motivation to really get up and do anything. And then we found out my daughter was expecting, and I became excited that I was going to be a granny. And so I went and finally admitted the fact that I do have diabetes and hypothyroidism, and I am overweight, and all of these conditions kind of play off each other. And so I really needed to make a change in my diet and my activity levels. And so I started slowly on trying to get my blood sugar under control. and get my energy back and be active again. And I'm proud to say my granddaughter just turned a year old, August the 6th, and I have helped provide her daycare the entire time. And I have became a much more happy person and a lot more active person. About a month ago or so, my insurance company started to pay for me to go to have a gym membership. I was able to get a membership at the YMCA, and they have a swimming pool, which I love water. I love to swim. They also have a hot tub, a steam room, and a sauna, as well as a women's fitness center. And so I've been going about 3 to 4 times a week since then, and swimming and doing the hot tub. And I've gone in the sauna a couple of times, but it's really, really hot in there. So I've also gone in the steam room a few times, probably 3 times now, 3 or 4 times. But I've already lost some weight. I'm already noticing I've lost inches. My clothes are fitting a little looser. I have pretty well changed my diet completely to where I'm not eating the white vegetables. Listen to me. The white starches like rice, potatoes, bread, that kind of thing. And I'm eating a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruit and healthy proteins. And I have energy. And I now have to get up, I should say it that way. I now get up about 5:15 every morning, Monday through Friday. And I drive to the next town over where my daughter and her family live. I pick up my granddaughter. I bring her back to my place. I take care of her. I play with her. I feed her. And then in the afternoon, I take her back home. And then 3 of those days, I'll go on and go to the Y. And then the other 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm here to do my time on YouTube. So on the weekends now, I have to do my stuff for the Facebook group and the stuff for my videos and presentations for YouTube. I have to get all that done on the weekends when my granddaughter's not here, because since she's a year old, she's kind of into everything. She's a very smart little girl. Excuse me. Very smart little girl and very inquisitive, and she gets into everything. And they say the terrible twos. Well, she just turned 1, but she's already started her terrible twos. I see a few people are viewing us now, so I want to say welcome. Welcome to our channel, Life Happens. Real Life Happens, excuse me. We're a channel created by women, for women, to have a safe place to go on the internet to chat and get support and give support and make friends. And if you like to comment or chat, we have live chat up right now. Anybody is welcome to chat in the chat. Anybody is welcome to come up on panel with me. The link is there in the chat. It says Real Life Happens, and it has the StreamYard code. All you have to do is click on that, and you'll be able to come up on the panel and talk to everyone. Tonight we did our presentation on PCOS, Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. Used to be Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, and so it's hard for me to say ovary instead of ovarian. I'm just so used to saying it that way. Which is a condition that I myself have suffered from. And so I talked about the symptoms and a little bit of my story of having it 40 plus years ago. Well, yeah, I'm 59. I started when I was 12, so 59, 47. about 47 years ago. Back then, they didn't even have a name for it, really. And a lot of us young girls back then all had it. Nobody knew it. They didn't know how to treat it. Just thought we were fat little girls. And, we had the insulin resistance, so we craved sugar. And I had terrible, terrible mood swings. And if I went without eating and my blood sugar dropped, I was like an angry bear. I was terrible. And that's one thing I know now. That Snickers commercial where they say, you're hangry. Yeah, I was hangry. But I know now I have to eat regular so that doesn't happen. Because it changes your whole personality. And I worked for a lot of years not knowing that I had that condition. And I'm sure a lot of my coworkers knew I was hangry. So, I don't know. It's open live chat. Anybody who wants to chat, you're welcome to it. I'll chat with anybody. I was hoping Miss Norma would make it, but I guess she's otherwise engaged with her grandchildren, which your children come first. Your grandchildren come first, Miss Norma, so don't you worry about it one bit. No, ma'am. There may be a time that I can't do my part of the live because my child or my grandchild needs me. And that's, what you're supposed to do in life is you're supposed to take care of your family first. You're supposed to take care of yourself first so you have the energy to give to your family. And then you take care of your family before you worry about other people. Don't be a people pleaser. Don't go through life doing things you don't really want to do just because you think you have to say yes to everything and you have to please everybody else. I did that for many, many years. And after my marriage ended, after almost 30 years, 29 and a half years of marriage, when that ended, it was a wake-up call for me to realize that, you know what? I had pretty much not been myself that entire time. I had been someone's wife, then I was someone's mother, I was someone's employee. I wasn't myself. And so I started on my journey of being an independent woman, living alone. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my time or my life. I didn't know what I liked, what I didn't like. People would ask me, well, would you like to go out to dinner? And I'd say, well, sure. Well, where would you like to go? I'd be like, well, wherever you want to go, it's fine with me. And I didn't even realize that I actually have preferences. There are actual restaurants I prefer to eat in, but I never felt like it was okay to say that. Now I'm very opinionated when it comes to things like that. And I don't let anybody run over me anymore. No, ma'am. I do exactly what I want to do. And that's how I spend my time and I spend my money, doing what pleases me and brings me happiness. And that's really the secret to life. They say we're all here for a purpose, and you'll be here or you'll keep coming back here until you learn those lessons. Well, it's life. It's supposed to be a good thing. You're supposed to enjoy it. You're not supposed to have a job that you hate, that you don't want to get up and go to. That's one of the best pieces of advice I give young people. Find out what you like to do, what you're passionate about, and then figure out a way to get paid to do that. Whether it means, being an entrepreneur, whether it means creating a job for yourself, whatever you have to do. But then you will never go to work. You will just do what you enjoy, and you'll be able to support yourself. Another piece of advice I like to give is live within your means. We don't need the best of everything all the time. There are certain things you should never skimp on. And those things, yes, buy the most expensive thing you can afford in that category for yourself. But when it comes to little incidental things and, learn about thrift stores and yard sale and Goodwill and estate sales and things like that. And, that's part of the reason our landfills are so full. People buy stuff that is being made overseas and is not in real good condition to withstand time. Things are becoming made disposable instead of things that are, made to last a lifetime. Get into antiques. I've got my mom and dad's bedroom suit that they bought in 1963 when I was born. I'll be 60 in January. And I still have that bedroom suit. And it is solid cherry wood, beautiful, heavy duty. You can't buy one like that today unless you find an antique one. Things like that. The things that can, will hold up and will last. That's the things you spend your money on. You invest in your future for those kind of things. But when it comes to, patio furniture, well, after a couple of years sitting out on the patio in the sun, what's going to happen? It's going to fade. It's going to need a coat of paint. But a lot of people just throw them away because they don't want to take the time to paint them. Well, I'll tell you, I've bought a lot of very nice patio furniture over the years at garage sales for next to nothing. Got a couple cans of spray paint, and it looks brand spanking new. So, those are the kind of things you have to do. Invest in your home, invest in your automobile. You need reliable, dependable transportation to get you from point A to point B. And you need to have security of having a place to live. Now, I live in an apartment. Not all people can afford to do the American dream and buy a home these days. And that's okay. But make sure that when you get an apartment, it's in a nice area that you like. It's a place that you have room to grow and that you will enjoy living there for years to come. This having to move every, 6 to 12 months is ridiculous. You just throw money away doing that. Well, I've rambled on here now for close to 45 minutes. I'm sure y'all are tired of listening to me talk. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live for today. And I'll be back Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Time, for the best plants for your bedroom. So thank you so much for joining me. And everybody who watches the replay, thank you. Please subscribe, like, share, comment below. All those things. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.